All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another live stream. Could be, possibly, maybe, let's see. So, it is Sunday night. Instead of being late today, I am actually early, but I cheated because today is daylight savings time. So that's why. So we get an extra hour today. What's up? We got San Andreas here. How you doing, San Andreas? Thanks for joining. Let me just make sure all my stuff is working. Yeah, where's the chat box? Cool. Yeah, dudes. Let me make sure all our stuff is a go. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. And now it's kicking in. Cool. Doc Death, what's up, dude? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? So, had a new daylight savings time today. We got an extra hour, so that's good. And we got a new episode of Walking Dead today. We got episode 23, the second last episode on AMC Premiere, AMC Plus. And then if you don't have AMC Premiere, AMC Plus, then I guess you're 1 week behind. You get episode 22 today. So the final episode, just a reminder, we've mentioned it a few times, is not going to be airing a week early on AMC Premiere. So we have to wait 2 weeks for the finale episode. So The Walking Dead episode 24, which is the final episode, season 11, episode 24, the series finale, is not going to be next weekend on AMC Plus, AMC Premiere. It's going to be the weekend after. It's airing the same day on cable as it is on AMC Premiere, AMC Plus. So we don't get it a week early. So that's basically it. So we got to wait 2 weeks to see the final episode for The Walking Dead. The finish off is what it is. Rob Frank says they have daylight savings in Canada. We do. We do have daylight savings time in Canada. Yep. So that's good. Get that extra hour. Freaking awesome, dudes. Freaking awesome. So definitely got to enjoy that. And it means that we get more time to do fun stuff, right? We get an extra hour. I was working during the changeover yesterday, so I actually worked 9 hours instead of 8 because the clock goes to 2 and then it goes back to 1. So it goes 2 a.m. and then back to 1 a.m. I know most of you guys probably don't work late Saturday nights, but I do, so it's you get that double hour. So a 25-hour day today, which is pretty sweet. You go from 1 to 2, then you go back to 1 again. You do it again. So it's pretty sweet, man. I know, I hope so, Danny Brock. I hope that Rick better be in the last episode. I agree, man. It's hopefully, if he's not, I don't know. He should be. Let me just turn on my stuff for tonight's stream with you dudes. But yeah, episode 23 is freaking awesome. Spoilers for this stream, by the way, if you haven't seen the episode. So in this episode, we see, Daryl, Carol, everybody else, Judith, go, except for like RJ and maybe some of the others that are left behind. I can't think of many named characters that don't go into the Commonwealth in this episode and attack the Commonwealth. So it's a pretty epic finale for Walking Dead. It's coming right down to the last episodes now. So they don't have, whatever they want to get in, whatever they want to finish up with, they kind of have to do it now. They sort of brought the Oceanside back in through Luke is the character's name, Luke and Jules. But they just kind of come in. I feel like they threw Luke and Jules in to tell the others that the Oceanside has been wiped out. So it seems like we are to interpret that when Lance flipped the coin to decide if he was going to firing squad the Commonwealth, it seems like the coin landed whichever, if he flipped it, whatever, it landed such that he would gun them down. So it seems like he gunned them all down, which is quite brutal. But they just sort of filled us in on that. They let us know that for the finale by just basically telling us it through Luke and Jules returning. So it feels like the reason why they had them survive and return is just to tell the others that that's what happened, basically. So it doesn't leave it as like a it fills in the blanks there. It lets you know what it is there. It doesn't leave it open to speculation whether or not the Oceanside survived. You get the idea and you get the understanding that they did not. They were killed off. So I know I want to see Rick return for the final episode. We don't get to see him in the second last episode. If any of you guys haven't seen it yet, there's no Rick in the second last episode of Walking Dead. So Andrew Lincoln was on set when they were filming the final episodes in Atlanta. At least, maybe I shouldn't say he's on set. He was on location. Let's say he was in the same city as where, or close by anyway, to where they filmed. So will we see him in the final episode? My predictions are kind of like, I think what will happen is I think Judith will still survive even though she gets shot in this episode. I think that wherever she gets shot and passes out, wherever it is, I think it will be not fatal for her. So I think wherever Judith gets shot, it won't be fatal. She'll survive, and then we will... Lydia, I think, won't. So I think Judith will. Lydia won't. We'll see some other character deaths in this last episode. Some of the big questions for the last one are like, will Rosita make it in that scene where she's over and above the part where there's like a whole bunch of walkers, that are clawing up at her? Will she survive by jumping over with Coco or not? Will she make it through there? You have Aaron, you have Jerry, you have some of the others. So it kind of feels like for the last episode, Aaron might be leaving Lydia in that, wherever they were in. It was a camper, whatever it was that they got into, just so they could get away from the zombies that were in and around them. He may have to leave her there and go off. So we'll see what happens with that. But I am predicting, I don't think Lydia is going to survive out the final part of the Walking Dead TV series. I think she will die before the finale, die before the last scene. I think they're just, hi Gilly, I think the messages are just delayed. That's it. I just think that the engine's a little bit delayed. But we'll come back to the messages in a bit. Why don't we take a look at some of the pictures we got for these episodes. So we have the preview for the final episode, the preview for episode 24, the series finale for The Walking Dead, and then here we got some for this one. So this will be our, series finale prep stream, I guess, getting ready to see the final episode of Walking Dead, getting ready to see the end of it. So it's just coming down to the final two here. We got to see episode 2 today, so final episode 2 weeks from now, and it should be an awesome ending. This one was really great. Definitely, I'm not disappointed with the ending for Walking Dead so far. I think it's been we've had some incredible episodes here. This one, episode 23, is really epic, really incredible. Huge in scale, tons of zombies. The Commonwealth looks great. Characters shooting at each other, Pamela, everybody else. It's pretty awesome, pretty freaking awesome. So let's see if my stuff can hold up here. Maybe some trouble with the stream. I don't know if my stuff will be able to continue here, but we'll try. So we got some pictures. This one's from episode 23, right? Really cool. So let me just make sure that we're still good and everything. My computer and internet connection is not always the best. I think we're okay. It might blip and stuff. If it does, so be it. So we've got this one here. Really cool. You can see the sun there. This is where they just open the gates and they start to get through, which is really cool. So enjoy that one. This is the one where Lydia gets, spoilers by the way, Lydia gets bitten in this one right here. So you see Lydia get bitten. There's the walker that does it because she's trying to hold Elijah back, but he's getting pulled away. But we don't get to see if he gets bitten at all. It doesn't seem like it. She does. And then they close it in and she kind of goes in. And afterwards, I think there's some more pictures of her. But basically, okay, here they are. This is where her and Aaron and Jerry are in whatever this is, like some kind of camper or something like this. So you have them there, and they're just kind of consoling her before they have to stop the bite from spreading. They have to remove the arm. So it's a freaking brutal scene, man. We'll just go over real quick. Freaking brutal. They're there, like all the walkers clawing at the door and stuff. So it's a pretty brutal scene. I don't think that she's going to survive it, even though they got it off in time and everything. So yeah, but it's all the walkers around. This is one that was climbing. This was really cool in this episode. You could see him like climbing up, and the guy shoots him. And then there's this one here, which is probably my favorite zombie that I think we've gotten to see in quite a while. This one is freaking sweet. So this one climbs up, a smart walker, right? It climbs up above the guy's going, and it grabs him, and it just gnaws on him. and then it gets him, and then he falls back, and he hits the controls behind him to open the gate, right? So this is freaking sweet, right? So it's like, it's like ominous, like horror movie-esque, right? And it gets him, and then boom, and then he accidentally opens the gate, and that's where the flood of the walkers freaking come through. So that is freaking awesome, right? Freaking sweet, dudes. Love it. Yeah. So, all right, why don't we take a break from looking at the pictures and let's see what you guys said. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed episode 20. Episode 23 was freaking sweet. The lead up to the finale was really good. Silhouette, the antagonist, really ruined Lydia this episode. Don't know why they wrote her like that or like this. Probably just to kill her off. Feels so sloppy. Well, she's usually good around the walkers because she's got her whisperer experience. But maybe her relationship with him kind of has thrown her off to where she's kind of forgetting some of her experience before from being in the Whispers because of him, and so she ends up getting bitten by a walker. But also, some of the walkers in this herd are, the swarm, are a bit more intelligent than the usual ones. So the Whisperer tricks, even though they're really good and very useful, maybe they won't be as effective on smarter walkers because the smarter walkers might be able to figure out that they're not actually zombies, right? They're fakers. They're phonies. Get them. So they turn on and bite them. Jerry goes back out. There is a zombie in episode 22 that picks up a knife, a smart zombie that falls down a knife and then picks the knife up. So we haven't seen that one come back yet. I don't have a picture of that one in this set. I've got it somewhere else, so I'm not going to go digging for it. But you guys know the one where it falls down and it kind of lands with its hand on a knife and it picks up the knife and then it carries the knife with it. So that's pretty cool. So to see a zombie use a knife, see the zombies climb and stuff. There's also a scene where Negan says, "What the fuck?" when I think what happens is a zombie climbs something like that. A zombie climbs something or does something, and Negan goes, "What the fuck?" So every episode in this last 8 has contained the F word, which is awesome. So I appreciate that. I hope that in the spin-off series they continue with that. It's pretty sweet. That was a great scene when he says, "What the fuck?" It was great. What'd you dude say? Let's see here. Okay. Dr. Death, I do not agree. The antagonist, Lydia, was heartbreaking. Some people would like that. Some people might not. For some reason, my chat is very, very laggy today, so I apologize for that, dudes. I'll just kind of grab what I can. By the way, if you're watching this on replay, if you want to see the messages, they're to the left side. You just have to enable the live chat so you can kind of see what people are talking about as we're doing it. Yeah, the alleyway. So there we go. A bunch of them just kicked in now. Stupid, streaming software / YouTube. What are the odds that Rick's going to come back in the final episode? They're probably not that high. It's probably like a 30% chance, 40, maybe 30 or 40% chance, something like that we could see Rick with Judith in the last episode or something. That'd be really awesome, though. I think if they did that, that would be like a perfect ending for The Walking Dead. And then it would also leave enough for the spin-off series as well, too. You could even do it in the last 5 minutes, and it doesn't have to be that big of it. Like, it doesn't have to take up that much time in the episode. You could do it in like the last 5 minutes, and it would work. It'd be really good. So, yeah. Do I think that Rosita is dead? So that's a scene here. Let's go back to the some of the clips here. So we got Maggie here, right, in this one, where all the walkers are closing in. Spoilers for episode 23, by the way, if you're just joining. It's pretty sweet. Are there any smart walkers here? You can't really tell, right, in that section. But they're like running through and stuff. There's one with Judith there. And then this goes into the preview for the next episode. So, oh yeah, I've got the picture coming up here. So we'll go to it. The epic journey, coming to an end, series finale, that kind of deal, right? Comes to an end, yeah. All that. So this one is so awesome. We'll go to the Rosita one in a minute there. I can't read your name. It's like Chinese or Japanese or something, whatever language that is. So I apologize for that. But yeah, we'll get to yours about Rosita in a minute here. But here we have Daryl going in. This one is like really, goes back to Beth from season 5, where he's carrying her and everything like that. It's like, oh no, it's do it again. Son of a bitch. It's like he's cursed. Yeah, he's cursed. Okay, here we have the picture with Rosita and stuff, as you were asking. So this is what we get to see from the preview. It's not much. We have the walkers and their hands are, going up and everything. And we got Rosita there. Yeah, we got Eugene, Gabriel. Maybe they're like, come on, you can make it. You can jump or something. You can get across. And then there is a picture I've got. So there's that one, and I guess she's got Coco maybe right with her at the front, and she's gonna go jump for it. Is this okay? So you can see Gabriel and Eugene right there, and then you look at this picture, you can see Gabriel across, and then you can see somebody jumping. Now I can't tell if that's her that's jumping or not. I want to say from the preview it seems like it, but I don't know. Is that a baby at the front? Is that a male or female? I cannot tell. Just because it's like, what do you guys think? It's like mid in air. It's an in air mid preview picture. So it certainly from the previews makes it seem like it's her. Is the baby like tied to her front or something like this? Will it? Oh, hang on! Don't drop! Don't drop it! This is like ultimate. What game would this be if you were a kid, right? This is like I don't know, something like don't it's like tightrope walking, right? Or jumping above. That's pretty cool. There's a scene like this in the comics, and I think it features Heath. Something like this. It's similar. The weapon at the back, anyway, looks like Rosita's weapon. Sometimes she uses that weapon there that she has, which is freaking sweet. But I just can't tell if it's her. I think it's her, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's her or not? Coco is safe, though. Well, yeah, like even if Rosita falls down, like suppose she jumps across, right? Suppose she jumps across and she holds on there. Okay, she's going to be able to pass the baby up to them before she's pulled down and ripped to shreds, right, by all the walkers with their bony fingers and stuff. So, yeah, I think the baby is probably going to be safe either way. She's going to pass. She's going to pass and drop if she has to. I hope she doesn't, because that would be a freaking brutal. Yeah, that would be a brutal scene right there. But maybe that's it. It is the final episode. It is Walking Dead after all. So maybe that's what it's going to be. Anyway, that's a pretty awesome one, right? So, yeah. It could be Dr. Death got Jerry, Carol, and Rosita as death predictions. That's legit. You could be right. I don't want to see Rosita be killed off here, by the way. Just to say, I don't want to see her be killed off here. But let's just stay on that one for a minute. I don't want to see Rosita be killed off here. I just think that maybe that's what they're going to do, right? Like maybe it makes sense that she would be at this point. So it is the final episode. So if she's not going to be in any of the spin-off series, then maybe that's what it is. But that's kind of sweet also that you survive right up to the last minute of The Walking Dead, and then that's when it's the ending. So yeah, so they could do it. It's what it is, and what have you. But yeah, so there she is, and that's it. And you guys have to tell me. It seems like it. Seems like she's jumping. Is that her jumping? You let me. You type through the chat. Let's switch back to chat. What do you do to say? Is that okay? So that's a question for the chat right now. Is that her jumping or is it someone else? I can't tell at all. But if you look at the front here, like if you look at where like the head is underneath the head on the chest and stomach, it does look like that's probably the baby at the front. You see what I mean? Like I don't know if you can see my mouse pointer here, but right in the middle there at the front, it seems like to me it's somebody jumping and they've got it at the front. So maybe it is her. Yeah, somebody thinks it's a walker. Gee, man, I don't know. I see her weapon. Yeah, Azuri thinks it's her. So, again, these are the pictures, right, from the preview, right? This is just like, it shows in a second. So you got a bunch of walkers there looking to get some, and she's got the baby, and she's looking at it. Can she make it? Can she not make it? You can do it. You can do it. Eugene doesn't look too convincing. And, where's the grappling hook when you need it? Damn it, didn't anyone bring a grappling hook? And she's going for it. And then what is she going to grab onto? She's going to grab onto what is that? Like the bricks on the wall or something? You better be a pretty good rock climber to be able to grab. I had some rock climbing buddies in high school. That was their thing. They rock climb every day. They could climb up buildings like that pretty good, actually, with rocks. I don't know why. Somehow they got fixated on rock climbing. I don't know why. But yeah, they got really good at it. After a couple of years, they could climb right up the side of a building like that, no problem. But can she do it with the baby and the weapons and the gear and a whole bunch of walkers pulling down at her? Don't know. So maybe not. I'm thinking like maybe she jumps over, she passes the baby up, and then she falls, and then they rip her to shreds. So yeah, freaking sweet, right? I got a weird sense of humor. I got a dark sense of humor too. People don't get it. They're like, what's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with him? A whole bunch of zombies here, pretty sweet. That one at the front's got some awesome teeth. I don't know what you guys think about that. So gnarly chompers there. And then we got Aaron, and he's yelling at people to kill him or something. Shit if I know. I don't know. Gabriel, some of the others here. So this is interesting. You got Gabriel and Commonwealth soldiers right beside him. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to join forces to kill all the walkers or something. And then they're going to find out. Maybe they kill the walkers. Then they find out that Pamela let them in on purpose. And then they take Pamela out of leadership after that. That makes sense to me. This one here is cool. You can see Connie in the background. And is that Maggie behind her? I'm not sure. Can't tell from the angle. But you got Carol here, and she's killing some zombies. It looks sweet. This is the one where Daryl passes out. I think he falls down or something. And Judith falls down with him or something. Oh, damn. And there's blood, too. So that's behind her. But it's flashing, so it's like really quick. That's just the picture I grabbed. So maybe Judith bleeds out. Maybe not. You hope not. But that's it, dude. Series finale, Walking Dead. Oh, man. I think that's most of what we got. Yeah, dudes. Freaking sweet. So those are all the pictures I was able to grab from the preview that we can take a look at, and the other stuff too. So it's wow, exciting, man, really exciting. So yeah. Just sweet. It's just really sweet. All right. So that's what we got. What do you guys have to say about all that? Who you got for the finale? So maybe Rosita will like jump across, pass up the baby, and then fall, and that'll be a brutal one. Walter White says that he thinks that Rosita is going to toss the baby and die and get eaten by that herd of walkers. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah. 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 Okay. What did you guys say here? Tony Much said, yeah, the gun to Gabriel's head was in it too. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff, right? So it's, yeah. going to be pretty lame if RJ is the one to take over for the future instead of Judith. I agree, Reaper0878. I agree with you. I don't want to see an RJ scene like in the future or something where like RJ is there and he's like reading a story to somebody or something. I don't know why. He hasn't really been in the series that much, right? Like RJ's there, but he's not really like, really there. He's just kind of like around. So, yeah. He's not really a forefront character in the same way that let me refresh my chat here. I think it's busted. He's not really like, okay, there we go. Let's try that again. See if that does it. Okay, there we go. I think that did. RJ's there, but he's not really like a forefront character for me. I mean, he's cool when they showed him. Yeah, suppliers got it. I agree. He's like a prop. He's there because of Michonne and Rick's relationship, right? Their marriage, but they have RJ and everything, and Rick leaves and everything, but they didn't really use him much in the series. He's just kind of there. Like he's not like Carl or Judith. He's just kind of around, and they probably should have used him more, maybe because of his age. They just didn't. So I don't know, maybe more in a spinoff or something we could see. But I would like to see Judith survive at the end. I'd like to see Judith be alive in the final scene for sure. If she's not, it's kind of like, yeah, it'd be better if she survives, I think. But we'll see what they do. Max Devlin says, do you think Lenny James will be in the Rick spinoff? So I don't think so. I think Lenny James is just going to be in Fear the Walking Dead. I don't think he's going to show up in any of the others. It'd be cool if they did something with Fear. We have to see if Fear is going to finish up next year, and Season 8 will be its final season. I'm thinking that's probably going to be the case. Fear will probably end next year. But whether or not we could see him reunited with Rick, whether or not we could see the Fear crew in another way, maybe we can. But we just have to wait and see what AMC wants to do with it. I also don't know for them how they look at Fear the Walking Dead and how they, like if they view it as a success still, or if they want to finish it off like they did with the original Walking Dead series. Because the original Walking Dead series has been a huge success, but not that many people watch it now compared to years ago. So definitely them ending it off, definitely them finishing it now does make a lot of sense for sure. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, what else did you guys say? Gilly said they haven't advertised Fear Season 8 as the final season yet. Yeah, maybe that's a good sign. Yeah, they haven't said it yet, but there's an article that says that sources close to the show said that Season 8 is going to be the final one. They just haven't confirmed if that's going to be the case or not, like if it's going to continue or not. But the spin-off series look good for Walking Dead. Should be some fun. The original series has been incredible. But yeah, there's a time to finish it off. There's a time to end it. They've also finished off the comic book content. They're going to finish off the last volume for Walking Dead comics. So, with them wrapping up the comic storyline, they might as well end off the original series. And then what they do in the spin-offs is additional. If they do a Walking Dead World War, or they do CRM, Rick, CRM, Daryl, sends them off or something, we'll see. But I am kind of surprised because I thought that Pamela would probably be defeated in episode 23, and she's still alive going into the finale episode, going into the final one, going into 24. So I'm a little bit surprised. I did not expect to see her in the final. I thought she would be defeated by the final episode, and the final episode would be somewhat of a chill episode. But it looks like they want to have an epic final episode go for The Walking Dead. That's what they want to do, and that's it. So Epic Zombie Killer says, Trev, Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 was awful. A lot of people didn't like it. I know a lot of people did not like Season 7. So we'll see what they do with Season 8 if they do it. Clam said, Fear Season 6 and 7 are the best seasons for me. So he doesn't agree. He loves the nuke that goes off in 6:16 and 7:15 stuff. So that's cool too. Yeah, it's really great. Absolutely, really, really good stuff. Walking Dead 11 episode 24. Quero Vera, I don't know what that means, Hamilton. That ghost still got Cohen leaks to come out one day. Cough, cough, what? What are you talking about? Native 2458 says, is Rick finally back? No. No, he's not. But will he be back in the final episode? Maybe. He's not back for this one, though. No. Biza Jizza says, Fear Season 3 was excellent. Yep, I agree with you there. Season 3 is fantastic. So Season 6 of Fear also. Really enjoy that as well. Thomas Armstrong, what if it ends with Judith waking up in a hospital like Rick did? Well, that'd be a cool way to kind of, do like a parallel, right? Like Judith wakes up in a hospital and, maybe you have her look for Rick or something and, maybe that'd be cool. Just if they could do that, do something, because she calls out for Dad at the when Daryl's carrying her, right? So that's pretty cool in this episode. Also to remember that Judith is Shane's, just to put that out there. I understand Rick is her like what do they say? Rick is the dad, but Shane's the father. So just to put it out there. And Judith also refers to Michonne as her mom. So it's like Rick and Michonne. So she's actually neither of theirs, just to put that out there. Biologically, I'm saying. I don't mean to offend anybody who's adopted. I'm not saying that. I understand. I get it. Okay? You don't have to go white knight on me. I get it. I'm just saying that Judith is Shane's. I just feel the need to put that, just to say that for some reason. Scott, you're back. Thank you for the super chat there, Scott, you're back. I appreciate it. It's Got Your Back 2021 said, Scott will be there. Survive, thank you, on 1 foot beast. That's true. I don't know where Scott is in this final episode, Scott Your Back, or these final 2 episodes. He should be fighting with Aaron and the others, but I don't see him here. So I don't know what he's up to, but he should be around here somewhere. So I don't know what's going on with that. Not sure exactly where he is there. Yeah. Lydia has to clap by slapping her neck now. What? That ghost says that's kind of a brutal joke, right? So how do people, if you're missing a hand, you have to do this, right? Is that the idea? Because you can't. Well, you can still. That's a brutal. That's a brutal joke. That ghost. That's brutal even for me. Even for me, that's dark. And I'm usually used to the dark stuff. Damn it! Why is my YouTube, thing lagging so bad? It's so laggy today. Dr. Death says Daryl is Dad. She would barely remember Rick. Yeah, that's true. I agree with you, Dr. Death. So when she says Dad, is she referring to Daryl or Rick? What do you guys think about that one? That's kind of a scary one to think about for some reason. That frightens me for some reason. I don't know why. YouTube username Jesus is coming back says Rosita's death would be sad. Hope she doesn't die. And I wonder if she ever forgave Negan. Good question. I don't think, it seems like from the series, I don't think she cares about Negan. I think she just, she might not be totally angry at him or anything. I just think she's indifferent about it. She probably doesn't care. If he dies or not, whatever, that's probably fine. But, they're in a different section, right? They're in the section of she's with Gabriel and she's got her own thing going. So there was the stuff with like Spencer and was that his name? Spencer, I think so, right? And the others and that and Abraham and and then Glenn. So yeah, Azuri says Scott will save everyone. Credits roll, yeah. Ponta Grossa says, what about Georgie, Virgil, and Heath? Good question. Well, Georgie's dead. We kind of know that. The Reapers killed her, it seems like. Heath is still alive out there somewhere, but we just don't know where. Maybe the CRM killed him, used him in experiments, something like that. That could be the case as well. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, let's hide this one in chat box. We're going to show. I just want my chat to load properly. Okay. It's bothering me on the screen. Okay, there we go. Did Elijah die? No, it doesn't seem like Cupcake that Elijah dies. So let's look at the picture. I'll get the picture prepped. Give me 3 seconds here, and we'll take a look at the picture with Elijah and what happens here. So where is it? Okay, so you've got, oh darn it, where is it? There's Rosita, the others. Sorry, I might be going too quick for you guys here. Where is it? Okay, here we go. All right, so she gets bitten, pretty gruesome, pretty brutal one, by a smart walker maybe, not sure. And then Elijah, it seems like this walker right here is just kind of like leaning on him, like doesn't know what the hell's going on. You think from that close she'd be able to smell that he's still alive. He's not a zombie, so get herself some, right? Go for the neck, right? So he's trying to be held back. He's freaking out because he's kind of a scaredy cat. By the way, this actor is in Cobra Kai. If you guys haven't seen it, he plays a convict in Cobra Kai. So he's actually a bad guy in Cobra Kai, somewhat, sorta. He's kind of like mostly bad guy in Cobra Kai. So him to play a good guy in Walking Dead is a little odd to watch. But his Walking Dead character is probably better than his Cobra Kai character. So he's there. Lydia tries to hold him back, but gets pulled off. And then, so I'm to assume that he did not die. He just got pushed down, that way. He just got pushed down. So, let me see, am I pointing right? No, he got pushed down that way from you guys. It's flipped. He got pushed like this way along the thing. So he's probably not dead. He's probably still alive, and he just got launched down, without them realizing it. So the walker that bit Lydia, maybe it was a smart walker, and that's why it did that. And usually they won't do that. So maybe her and the Whisperers just never encountered walkers like that are smart enough to recognize which ones are people and which ones are trying to trick them. So so that's what it is. So they just, Whisperer tactics are awesome and everything, but, well, they're a little smarter than usual. I wouldn't say that they're geniuses, but they're smart enough to climb. They're smart enough to, do other things, pick up knives, be able to tell who's a real walker and who is, who's a real zombie and who's somebody who's a Whisperer trying to blend in, right? So, so they're smarter than usual. They can do that. And, it makes for a bit of a challenge for Whisperer tactics if you're going to use them. There's a smart walkers are smarter than Joe Biden. At this point, that's probably true. Undercover soldiers 1 to 8 died. Yeah, I know, right? Epic Zombie Killer. Hey, Trev, how sad are you that we are approaching the series finale? Well, Epic Zombie Killer, I'm not, I was sad before when they announced it. I'm not really that sad now. I'm mostly excited and enjoying the episodes because they're really good. But also, we have to take into consideration that it's a lot of work for them to do it every year. And they've done it for so many years now that it definitely makes sense to end it off, because the spin-off series as well are going to be probably 6 episodes each, I think. Dead City, I think, is 6 episodes. And I think each spin-off is probably going to be about 6 to 10 episodes. Probably 10 at the most, 6 at the least. So instead of doing 1 original Walking Dead series, they're doing 3 spin-off series instead at 6 episodes each. So 6, 12, 18, it's about the same amount of episodes as regular Walking Dead anyway. It's just that they're going to split off the series, and that's what makes sense for them to do at this point. So even though the original series is ending, The Walking Dead is still very much alive. They do have, it's zombieing on. They do also have, we'll take a look at these. They've also got some posters for the other spin-offs. So let's take a look at this. Just ignore, we'll stop the commercial. Where's the commercial? Go on, play the stupid commercial. Okay, there it is. Something to do with Halo or some shit. I don't know what that is. Okay, Walking Dead, Dead City, new series. So there's the poster for Dead City. Negan and Maggie. There is no we. I like that. That's good. Coming soon. Walking Dead, Dead City. So that's pretty cool. I like that one. We've got the poster for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon new series. So that one is just called Daryl Dixon, supposedly. So we got Dead City, Negan and Maggie. We got Daryl Dixon, because it's just Daryl, solo, right? And then we've got Rick and Michonne. So what's interesting is that these two, Daryl Dixon and Rick and Michonne, don't have The Walking Dead in their titles. Just a note, right? The Walking Dead Dead City, that one has the title. But The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon is just called Daryl Dixon. That's it. So then we've got Rick and Michonne, just called Rick and Michonne. So that's what they're doing. All right. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And I think that's most of the news and the stuff for Walking Dead that we got. Yeah, all the other stuff here is just whatever, other Walking Dead stuff. So, yeah, so it's going to be good. Which spinoff will be the best, I guess, is the question now, right? Which one's going to be the best of the three, and which one will get the most seasons? The Walking Dead Rick and Michonne spinoff, it sounds like it's going to be probably two seasons, most likely. And then the other one, Daryl Dixon, probably just maybe that one could go on for a while, because Norman Reedus, I think, just likes to do stuff. Maybe he just likes to work in that. So maybe that could be more seasons than 2. And then Dead City, we'll have to see how many years they're going to do that for. There is an article that JDM's got another movie he's doing after he's finished doing the first season of Dead City. So let's take a look at that. So it says right here, third one down, this one, Walking Dead, Digital Spy, Walking Dead, and Supernatural star lands next lead movie role. So that's JDM is going to be in a crime thriller movie called Nippon Set Circle, or Nippon Set Circle. So I don't know what that is exactly. Nippon Set Circle, I don't know. But some kind of horror movie or something JDM will be in after the first season of Dead City. That doesn't mean that Dead City is only going to be one season. It could be more than one, but we don't know. Scott Your Back 2021 said Milton was, and thanks for the super chat there, Scott Your Back. I appreciate it. He said Milton was the governor's scientist, and our Commonwealth governor's surname is Milton. Coincidence? No, it's a joke. Yeah, that's right. Anyone notice that Eugene spear to the soldier? Yeah, the double leg takedown, that was pretty good. You could call it a spear, like a Goldberg tackle spear. Yeah. Double leg takedown. Yeah, that was pretty good. I liked it. So yeah, that was a good one. Josh McDermott putting in the work, Eugene putting in the work. Nice double leg takedown. That's good. New Brunswick, Canada guy. I will be mad though if Judith dies. Yeah, I know a lot of people will be if Judith doesn't survive, but I think she probably will. Yeah, I think she'll survive, even though there is the one picture that doesn't look very good. Where is the picture that looks really bad? Let's take a look. Where is it? Not that one. That one looks really, really bad. it's like couldn't get any worse. Okay, where's the one we were looking at? Okay, just a sec, guys. Let me find the one we're talking about. I don't think I have the Eugene clips in this section. It's in a different section, different folder. So, which one were we looking for? Yeah. So I think Judith will survive. I think so. But she doesn't look too good in this section here where she's being carried. And then after here at like the last part where Daryl's laying on the floor, so you've got him here. He's distraught. He's whatever. And then you do have him after that. Where is it where he's in the hospital or the infirmary? And do they go there too? That's a good question. It kind of looks like they follow him and they go into the infirmary also, maybe. But then you have this one here where he kind of passes out and you can see her too. And I think there's a blood spot behind her. So you can see that as well. So that one's kind of sad, right? So it doesn't look too good in that picture. But I think Judith will survive there. I think so. Yeah. But it looks good, man. Should be really, really exciting. She just might need a blood transfusion or transfer or something, because that's one of the problems with if you get shot. A lot of times you bleed out. That's what it is. So you got to kind of get, transfusions. Is that what they call it? Transfer of blood, whatever. Special terms. Transfer of blood, so that you don't, lose blood too rapidly, and then that's what does it. So, depending on where you're shot in the bullets and all that stuff. So, yeah. HFG says, if she doesn't survive, I'll eat my hat. Well, what kind of hat? Are we talking like a trucker hat, HFG? Because that's some of the card in there is a bit stiff. So, I don't know if you want to. All bets are off after they killed Carl, says Tim Robinson. Well, they could, I guess. Ragman Racing doesn't want to see Jerry be killed off in the final episode. Yeah, but he does go off on his own. I would not be surprised at all if they did kill Jerry off in the final episode. Connor Medlin says, I'm glad it looks like they just won't do a time skip ending. Don't be so sure that they won't do like a final 5-minute or 10-minute time skip thing. But at least we'll get to see the final battle with Pamela and everybody else play out. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, Daddy Daryl, that's true. Okay. Negan should have said, "At least my kid will be born." That's not very a very nice comment there, Adam. I'm not going to read yours. Okay. What else you guys say? Bam Bam's Boys, that's a funny name, says, I believe the narrated parts we have heard from Judith is her giving the big speech that Rick gave in the comics. Well, maybe, but it could also be her in the future recalling the events or reading a story or something like this. But they'll probably have to recast her because she's too young. So if you do a time skip with her into the future, you probably are going to recast her to a new, a new actress who's older, right? Yeah. Yeah. So Gabe says, death. Well, maybe they are. I can't say if any of them are accurate there, Gabe. They might be, they might not be. We'll see. Will you review 28 Days Later? I think I already did San Andreas a couple times, at least once. I've reviewed 28 Days Later. We could do that. I started watching Train to Busan, but I thought it was just okay from what I saw. It's on Amazon Prime or Netflix? Amazon Prime, I think, streaming. So I started watching it. I didn't watch it all the way. I thought that Train to Busan is like, yeah, it's pretty good. It seems okay, but I didn't watch it all the way through. Yeah. What's up, WebSoak? How you doing, man? Captain Shark, I thought the only Walking Dead channel left. What? Oh, there's probably lots of Walking Dead channels, dude. But I'm here, so that's what it is. I'm still doing videos, if that's what you mean. I don't draw too much these days. Can't draw a dime, but I do okay. Well, we got 140 people. That's pretty good. But that's just because new episode's out today. So yeah, it's always fun. I enjoy doing this with you guys. That's the key thing. King Nova Kane says they need to kill off at least 3 major characters. Well, they kind of already sort of have. Lydia, Judith, one of the 2 of them probably won't survive, and all the others are in bad situations. So you would expect that a couple of them probably will be killed off. Maybe Rosita will be one of the big ones at the end there. Yeah, I've reviewed 28 Days Later. Just check the channel. It's in the channel. I think like 7 or 8 years ago or something I reviewed it. Long time ago. We could do another one, like a throwback review to it. It's still great. It's still one of the best horror, zombie movies, Halloween movies to watch for sure. But yeah, Walking Dead is the best. Ragman Racing says, "Is that a Johnny Bravo figure? You bet your candy ass it is." Ragman Racing, hoo ha hoo. You got it. It is, yeah. Okay, Walter White, do you think one of the characters are going to narrate in one of the new series? I actually like the narration. What do you guys think of the narration? I think it's good, actually. I think it suits Walking Dead really well. I'm surprised they don't do it more often. I think, did they do it a bit in Fear? I'm trying to think if they did narration in Fear at all. But I think it's good, man. I like when they do it. For Judith, it definitely has worked very well. in these last 8 episodes. The only thing with these final 8 episodes is they're trying to cram so much into them that it feels a bit crammed or rushed, Like with Lance and the others, it does feel like to me the stuff with Lance and the others probably could have gone on longer, but they just, they had to finish it off in these 8 episodes, so they just got it done in the 8 episodes. Thanks for the super chat there, Kobelok. He says, do you think we need more time to wrap this up in a satisfying way? Yeah. Kobelok says, I think it will end this arc in a great way, but maybe not the whole series. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Kobe, it feels like 8 episodes is probably not enough to, wrap up everything that is Walking Dead just in the time that they have. I kind of wish that they would have done 16 episodes and done the same storyline, but just maybe went in depth a little bit more and had a couple maybe chill episodes. But then again, that's me. People complain about filler and stuff also. So I don't know. They decided not to do that. It's turned out to be great, though. There's no doubt about it. It's a lot to try to wrap up in just 8 episodes, but I think they've done about as good as they can. And remember, too, that you're transitioning to 3 spin-off series, so it doesn't all have to be necessarily wrapped up 100%. The comic storyline has to be wrapped up, and it looks like it is right now. But the family stuff and the overlap into Rick and Michonne, RJ, Judith, them getting to find out about each other, Daryl and him going to France, Negan and Maggie, and why they're together in Dead City as a pair. There's not supposed to be a we, but something weird. There's something going on, right? There's something going on. You guys ever heard that song? It's that 80s song. Who does that song? Let me just give me 1 second. There's something going on. I think RV uses it for some of his videos, which cracks me up. I like the 80s. I love 80s music. Yeah, it's Annie Fried, and it's there's something going on. You could. That's a funny one. You can watch that one. There's something going on. Do 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 do. I know there's something going on. Do 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 do. Do. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be good for the Negan and Maggie spinoff series, so it should be fun. I won't pain you with my terrible singing much anymore. Okay, if you want to listen to singing, I don't know, go watch some of Emily Kinney's, Beth's, music videos or something. If you want to watch, if you want to hear Walking Dead singing, Coda, right? Daryl's carrying her on. Go. If you want flashbacks, go watch some of her music videos or something. I don't know. Ticker, thank you, Ticker, for the super chat. I appreciate it, and that's very kind of you. Do you have a question to go with it you want to send through or not? 876 goes, Pet Shop Boys, 80s for me. I love the 80s. Always Music tells me that Frida is from ABBA. I didn't know that. Really. Thank you for telling me. I did not know that, Always Music. Of course you know that because your YouTube username is Always Music. I'll tell you guys a funny one when I'm working on people's computers. When I'm working on old people's computers, if they want help with iTunes, you guys know what iTunes is, right? Whenever they want help with anything to do with iPods, iPhones, music, and iTunes, I always look for ABBA Dancing Queen. And don't ask me why when I'm testing the sound. So don't ask me why I do this, but I have this thing that I have to go in their list because it starts with A and it's alphabetical, right? So that's my excuse. But I always go to ABBA Dancing Queen to test out their audio after I fix their stuff. And they always have ABBA Dancing Queen. I don't know why old people do this. But every old person I fix their computer, I always go in the list in iTunes, and they always have ABBA, and they always have Dancing Queen. I don't know why. I've only had like a few occasions where I go through this whole thing. I fix this elderly person's computer, and I look at their iTunes list. Maybe they have an audio issue or something. Let's say they can't hear audio from iTunes, right? I always fix it, and then after I fix it, I check the list, and they always have ABBA Dancing Queen. So go figure. So I always do it. It's kind of like an internal joke I have that if I'm like on YouTube or something on their system and I got to test it, I will go to YouTube and I'll type in ABBA Dancing Queen and I'll play Dancing Queen as the test music song. Okay, back to Walking Dead. I don't know why I do that. It's just a weird thing. I just do it. ABBA Dancing Queen. I don't know why. I just do. They always have it. I don't know why. They just always have it. Like, old people like ABBA and they like Dancing Queen. Okay, back to, thank you, Ticker. Back to Walking Dead. Pamela signed her death warrant. I agree, Dory. That's true. Sean Green says if Pamela dies, who gets the last one? Who gets the last death? Well, we'll see. We'll see who will be the last death of the series. But, I don't know. Yeah. Pontagrossa says, do you think CRM will appear? They don't really have time, Pontagrossa. Isn't that true? What do you guys think about that with the CRM? Back to serious Walking Dead talk. Okay, so enough with the ABBA Dancing Queen. Or afraid of there's something going on. So, yeah. I don't know. Where was I? Too much mind overload. Where was I? CRM will appear. That's a great question. I don't think they have time to really have the CRM appear unless it's in like the last extended 20 minutes or something. Like, and this is part of what I'm saying with the 8 episode order. They had to, they probably are extending this episode because they couldn't fit in everything they wanted to into the 8 episodes. Isn't that true? They couldn't fit it in. So they had to, they had to kind of extend it and then cram it. So is what it is. Like with Lance, spoilers, but with Lance, when Lance is killed, it's just out of nowhere. They just kill him. It's not like, some epic battle or something. No, not really. They just shoot him and kill him right away, which makes sense. But, I mean, it's like, you kind of want to see a little bit more there leading up to that. But it was just instantaneous. San Andreas X asked if I still like the Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah, sure I do, San Andreas. But I just understand that, they're pumping the alien stuff. That's what I understand. They're pumping the UFO stuff. They're pumping the alien stuff. But I'm pretty sure that that's filmed out of Texas. And that's where you guys in the States have a lot of your military stuff there. So a lot of your military stuff is like right in Texas. I don't know. I'm Canadian, so I don't really know, where your military posts are and stuff like that. You guys got them everywhere, by the way. If you're American, your military posts are everywhere, by the way. But, that's like Texas, like right in there is where, a lot of the military special forces, stuff like that is. So that's like an extension of it, right? Special operations. So that's what that is. That's part of that. There's InfoWars around there. There's JRE. And there's the new ones that they're building up now too, right? Who are, connected in with your guys' deals. So that's cool. I watch it. I have fun with it. But I don't watch it anymore like thinking like these are entrepreneurs like me, who started in their, I don't know, their garage or their basement or maybe they did to a degree. But if they did, they were brought in to intelligence and then put into these these big roles and promoted by the engine too, right? So there's a lot to it. So I don't identify myself as similar to these people at all anymore because just to be clear with you guys, I don't work for the government, right? Like I don't have a contract with, Canadian government or something where I have an agenda where I'm trying to like control something or do something in the culture. None of that. Like I have nothing to do with any of that. I'm literally just a guy who likes making videos with you guys, likes having fun, hanging out with you guys. So I can enjoy these different casts, like maybe InfoWars or JRE or any of the others. I can enjoy them, but I always know in the back of my mind that this is not legit, like a person, just random person. This is government connected. That's the thing. So if you keep in your mind to understand that these are government connected creations, they're not some person who's just in their garage, or if they were, they're not anymore, right? These are connected programs, just like a television show or something. Like you got Mythbusters, for example, right? Mythbusters is a perfect example. We'll get back to Walking Dead in just a second here, but Mythbusters is a perfect example, where it seems like it's just a regular show that anybody could put together and it's just random guys, whatever. But of course, it's government connected. Of course, they're always going to take the regime side every time. And that's just, you just have to understand that's just what it is. So it'd be cool if they could just like do it independently and keep the government out of it and just do their stuff and not be hassled to like have a certain conclusion or to do a certain angle. They could literally just do it themselves. That would be sweet, but then you don't get on TV. If you do that, you're not going to be on TV. So that's just what it is. They'll shut you off. So yeah. Okay. Ticker says, do you mean you're not Castro's best friend? No. Castro, I'm almost positive he doesn't like me. I can basically tell he doesn't. He doesn't like any of us. He doesn't like any, we just troll him by honking our horns. That's what we do. He doesn't like us though. Let's be clear here, right? He's like talking about legal protests, and Lydia's like, what are you talking about? Legal? What you mean is that protests that work for you, right? Like fake protests where you guys own them and you infiltrate them and you know everybody who's in the deal, then it's allowed, right? Then it's okay. If it's your guys, it's okay. If it's real people that don't work for you or don't have a contract with you or, are not connected with you, then it's a problem. See, that's what they don't like. If you work with them and you work for them, then you're fine. They will like you. If they don't control you or you're not part of their deal, that's when they don't like you. That's when they give you shit. And they may shut your accounts down, shit like that. That's when they'll do that because you don't work for them. But a lot of those people in these, protests and stuff, they work for these guys. They're just pretending to be an opposition, against them. Right? They got lots of them. They got lots of different groups, especially in the States. You guys in the States have tons of groups like that where they pretend to be like anti-establishment, and they're literally working for the establishment. So it's full spectrum dominance to where it's like not only do they own the regime, but they own the people that protest against the regime. It's sort of like let's do it in Walking Dead terms. So if Pamela was this advanced, she would have protesters of her own that work for her that protest things that she wants them to protest about. That's how advanced the current system is that we live in real life. The real life system owns the people that protest against them and gives them talking points and gives them things to protest about so they can steer it off into outer space or wherever they want it to go. So you could have, for example, in Walking Dead, you know how people are protesting against Eugene or whatever? Pamela could have them then protest against, military, not enough people for the military, right? That could be something they could set up a pot protest for. They could say, get them to wear street clothes and act like they're regular people. We don't have enough money for the military. You're not funding the military enough in Walking Dead, right? In Commonwealth. We need more whatever. And then, you could be a shill protester where you want more money for military. And then the other people will be like, what are they protesting about? Oh, they want more money for military. And then, see, that's how it works. that's how you do it. And that's it. So that's see, if Pamela was better, she could do that, right? She would be at that level, but she's not, Walking Dead, they're not quite at that level, so is what it is. Vigor asked me my thoughts on Yay. I did that last week a little bit. I don't really want to get involved or say much about it. So that's where I'm at with that. But it's cool. I'd rather not retread on that. Shawnee Mac says, Trev, do you like Curtis Yarvin? I'm sorry, Shawnee Mac. I don't know who Curtis Yarvin is. But that's a pretty sweet last name, Yarin or Yarvin. I don't know. I have no idea who that is. I know Curtis Angle, Kurt Angle, like the wrestler. I know him, WWE. But I don't know Curtis Yarvin. I have no idea who that is. Pontegrosa says, even if they don't address CRM, how will they explain designation 2? Yeah, I think it'll probably be connected into the Rick and Michonne spinoff just because of timing. They don't have enough time to necessarily, address everything in the final episode. It'll be good, and they'll do a lot of they'll finish the Commonwealth stuff. They'll finish things up, and it'll be good. but you might only get a little bit of a connection to CRM, and it won't be in the first half. It'll be like right at the end. But they did say that the finish off for Walking Dead is not supposed to be a commercial for the spin-off series. It's supposed to be a satisfying ending for it. So should be good. Yeah, Last of Us. Yeah, we're going to review Last of Us, one of Negan's wives. We're going to review Last of Us January. It sounds like it's going to hit. Release date January for Last of Us. Trailer looks good. I like it. It looks really good. So it should be good. You got it, Bam Bam. I can't help it, dude. When people ask me about other people that are not, like you're not a real. You're not. I mean, you're not the real deal. You're not somebody who's independent. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I gotta say it. It's like that's not. It's not what it is. That's connected. So it's cool. I'm not mad about it or anything. I'm indifferent about it. I don't care. But I just got to say it's connected, and that's what it is. You can enjoy it and everything, but just understand that that's what it is. So, yeah. Can anybody... It's the same... Put it in Walking Dead terms. It'd be like if the wrestlers in the Commonwealth were contacts of Pamela. That's what would be... That would be like a small example of Walking Dead equivalent to real life, right? Where... You know how they have the wrestling match and they do all that stuff? It'd be like if you had the wrestlers as local celebrities in the Commonwealth, they would have to be connected with Pamela and the regime there, and they could influence public opinion about how people feel about Pamela and all that stuff. That's all they do, man. That's all integrated in together. So is what it is. Yeah, Negan's F-bomb was awesome in this episode. I agree. Scott, you back. Really cool. Mark Caller, Trev, what's your favorite chick flick, guilty pleasure film? Oh, gee, I don't know, man. Favorite? I mean, I've seen some chick flicks. Like Jess likes to watch chick flicks here and there, but we don't watch chick flicks very often. Like I went with her to watch Twilight. So I went with her to watch that. What else did we see? What other chick flicks? I don't know, man. We don't watch too many chick flicks here and there. A lot of times she watches movies with me. She watches, stuff that I like. We watch stuff that we both enjoy. A lot of cartoons and stuff like that. But we don't really watch too many chick flicks, no. My wife's downstairs, and she's pregsters too, which is fun. So she's resting more because she's about, 5 weeks pregnant now? Yeah, 5 weeks pregnant. So, yeah, so that's good. So we'll be expecting in June, July. She's a bit more tired than usual, so she's having more naps than usual. That's all. Yeah. They're awesome, Sean. I agree. All the F-bombs are freaking sweet, dude. Death Stranding. Walter White says, is Death Stranding good? So that's the Norman Reedus video game, right? Where they used his likeness for it. I never played it. I'm not going to play a video game just because the character looks like Daryl, I mean, it's cool and everything. Happy for Norman that he's got other, stuff he's doing too. That's cool. That's fine. I'm not saying that, but just, thank you guys. Thanks for all the congratulations. Yeah, last week we kind of, I said that in the stream. Yeah, we're expecting our first baby, so thank you very much. And it's going to be, Trev Jr. Yeah, Tim, thanks. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it'll be in the about June, July-ish time frame will be due. So, so she's just chilling out a lot. She's more tired than usual, all that stuff. The Negan F-bomb was awesome in this episode. One of my favorites for sure. I failed to mention in the review for some reason, Gabe wants to talk about whether or not walkers can procreate. I don't think they can now. You got to be a survivor to procreate. Trev's Chant 3, 20. I actually have a Trev's Chant 3, actually. I used it for MMA. Look at youtube.com/Trev's Chant 3. It's my channel, too. I just used it for MMA predictions and stuff like that, which is cool. I did see the... what was the fight? Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul, right? So they did a boxing match. And I was really surprised to see that Jake Paul won. So congratulations to him for beating Anderson Silva in that boxing match. That's a tall order for sure, even though Anderson Silva's kind of getting older. But that's still an amazing win because it's still Anderson Silva. So yeah, it's really cool. I still enjoy MMA. I just don't make too many videos about it just because I work Saturdays and stuff. That's why. Yeah. James W. says Daemon Targaryen versus Jon Snow. Oh, that's a good question. Does Daemon get the dragon, or do they each have a dragon, or does just with sword and shield? Sword and shield, I go with Jon Snow winning. If Daemon gets to bring his dragon, then Daemon's going to win, I think. So it depends. Mark Johnson thinks that the fights are rigged. Well, they could be by the bookies. There's a lot of money in rigging fights. Yeah, there really is, because if you can, if you know the outcome, then you can make a lot of money betting on it. Even if maybe it doesn't always work out perfectly, but if you know the outcome of the fights, you can bet on the winner, and it could be an upset, could be an underdog. Was Anderson Silva favored to win that one or not? I'm not sure if he was favored or not. Not sure. Yeah. Herschel won't die. No, I wouldn't think he would. No, not in this episode. No. No, and yeah, thank you, Xbox hater. I appreciate, and HFG, thanks, man. Yeah, I just decided, Jess and I decided it was time to do it because I don't have as many videos to make these days as I used to, because there's no Walking Dead comic book series. I'm still reading other comics. I like Department of Truth, is really good. But aside from Department of Truth and Turtles, I don't really buy many other comics. There's no Walking Dead. Walking Dead is dead for now. Maybe Kirkman will go back to Negan Lives or something later. We'll see. But I hope he'll do something with Walking Dead in the future, but maybe he doesn't want to, so that's fine if he doesn't. But I don't have that, many different shows and stuff to review, so we decided, now is a good time. So that's why we decided to do it, yeah. Let's see, what else you guys say here? Some people think Annie will be killed off in the last episode, or will lose the baby in the last episode. We'll see about that. We have to see how it connects with Dead City and why Negan is there with Maggie, even though Negan has his own family. Back at wherever they are, Alexandria maybe or something. Yeah. Bob Itz, get ready for sleep deprivation. Yeah. Well, I sleep about, let's see, I don't always sleep 8 hours. Sometimes I only sleep 5 or 6 hours, a night, and I go to work and stuff. So, but it'll be good, man. I understand, but definitely worthwhile. That's for sure. Yeah. So, okay, let's see what else we got here. Last of Us 3. They can't end the show if they're doing all these spin-offs. Well, it's sort of like they're wrapping up the original series to do the spin-offs, right? Because they want to do these different ideas. They'd rather wrap up the original run and do the 3 spin-off, the Trident spin-off, direction, because there's no comics they're basing it on, so it's their own creation. So with it being their own creation, they can, do whatever they want. They can have different filming style, different cinematography, different intros, different music, different themes. They can really be creative. Whereas with the original Walking Dead series, every episode is stuck in the same theme style, mostly. So with doing spin-offs, it opens them up to have more freedom to do what they want, like with Tales of the Walking Dead, where some of the episodes are totally different than what we usually see, even the intros and stuff, and the visuals and everything. So yeah, should be fun. Bam Bam says, can anyone help answer a question? Was CRM made up of military people or civilians? Because they killed American soldiers and stuff too. So who are they made up of? Well, they're probably mostly military. It seems like Bam Bam. Mostly military, but some civilians have probably joined as a result of what's happened there as things have been playing through with the zombie apocalypse. Thanks for the super chat there. 2 boys and their scary pops who said, top 5 moments for you of the series overall. Damn, dude, I don't know. That's a tough question, 2 boys. Top 5 moments. Well, I don't know. I'll go with episodes if you want. Too Far Gone, No Way Out, No Sanctuary. There's ones like that. Maybe Better Angels is great. Some good scenes in that one, like where Shane's in the car and they're driving back, and you got the civilian Wyoke song that plays. That's a great moment. There's so many in The Walking Dead, dude, over the years. So many episodes, so many hard ones. And even right now, this is a memorable one with Judith and Daryl. And Daryl and Beth, as I've been mentioning, similarity between. So that's a really great one in Coda. Oh, man, there's so many, right? Rick's final moments on the horseback and everything. Really great. What comes after and everything. So some of the Whisper stuff also really good. There's so many, it's hard to say. Two Boys. You'd have to, really think hard about that and sort them in order if you want. Like top moment of Walking Dead, like the top moment of the whole series. I don't know, man. Maybe it'll be the final moment at like the very end or something. We'll see. If Rick comes back for the final episode, that should be like the best moment overall. Braden CFA said, Trev, do you actually still enjoy Walking Dead? Of course, man. Yeah, I wouldn't do this if I didn't enjoy it. If I didn't love doing it with you guys and I didn't enjoy watching Walking Dead, I never have a problem watching Walking Dead like premiere night. I always watch it right away. As soon as I can, I always watch it because I look forward to it. Even if I'm tired, I still want to watch it. I can't go to sleep without watching a new episode. If there's a new episode out, I have to watch it before I go to sleep. Otherwise, I can't sleep. Yeah. David Freeman says the A is the best final episode. Yeah, the A. You mean like in the train carts at Terminus? Some great stuff for sure. Gabe asks, do you have a Whisperer mask? Yes, I do. It is right here. So there it is. Yeah. Why you want me to wear it? I can't talk with it for very long. But yeah, I have my Whisperer mask. I guess we could put it on if you want to. Let me just step to the side here and I'll just get my stuff. Okay. All right, we got it, dudes. All right. Yeah, this is my Whisperer mask. Pretty sweet. It looks better if I have like a hood and stuff on though also, but it's pretty sweet. But then again, like the Whisperers are not a huge concentration in this episode, right? So they're pretty cool, but they're not like, an awesome. They just, Lydia and the others, they use the Whisperer tactics, so a little bit. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, people wearing dead people's faces, yeah. That's a line from, Morgan says that in Clear, I think, right? People wearing dead people's faces, yeah. The Trev variant walker, yeah. I gotta pick something up, right? I'll do my intro, right? But I need makeup and all the stuff. So yeah. Where'd I go? I'm gone. Yeah, Walt's right. I'm gone. I'm you can't see me. It's zombified now. Yeah. Did they ever tell us the meaning for A and B? Mark Johnson? Well, not really. Hey, Sean, shout out to you in Ireland. Did you guys have a good time for Halloween? You guys make a big deal about Halloween, don't you? Clear is top 5 episode. Clear is awesome. Oh yeah, dude. Clear is fantastic. Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. For sure. Sam Haynes says, do you think it would have been better to focus on the Commonwealth for the first 8 episodes rather than the side plot? What do you mean side plot? You mean like the Reapers and that? Well, I don't know. I mean, I've enjoyed the way they've handled it, what they've decided to do with it. They haven't wasted any time in these last 8 episodes, I think that's for sure. So I think it's been great. It's like an action style 8 episodes, really. When you look at it, it's very like an action-based season. It's kind of like All Out War or something, but better. I think this is better than All Out War for sure. And it's a fitting ending for Walking Dead, so that's good, right? Yeah. Mark says I'm from Oriel, and who's Irish? I like your guys' accents. I can't do a great Irish accent. I don't know. Yeah. Clear is top 5. Yeah, Clear is really great for sure. Yeah, the Reapers took too long. Well, they took a little while. My chat just keeps getting frozen over and over again here. Let me refresh 1 sec. There we go. Okay. People didn't like the Reapers. I don't know. I thought it was good for Daryl with like Daryl and Leah. I thought that was good, and Pope and stuff. It was exciting, and it was good for Maggie because you see the part where Maggie like stalks down the Reapers and kills a bunch of them. It's very Negan-esque, right? So because you also have good stuff between Maggie and Negan in that scene where they, like they kind of talk to each other and. He kind of tells her that he would have killed them all if he had the opportunity, and she decides to do that with the Reaper. So she's kind of worse than he is in season 7 premiere at that point, right? So yeah. This doesn't fit me perfectly. It's close enough though. Trev, what is the spin-off Walking Dead show you're most looking forward to? The Rick and Michonne spinoff will be great to finally see, but I'm sort of most excited for Dead City for some reason. I don't know why. We haven't seen Rick for a while, and I'm not sure how good it's going to be, but I think that Dead City will be awesome. JDM is so fun to watch as Negan, and he plays off of Maggie so well that it's just really funny. Like when he says "what the fuck" in this episode with the Smart Walker is really cool. So I just think that'll be really fun. Dead City looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. The Rick and Michonne spinoff, I'm not sure about, so we'll see. But it will be great to see Rick again. It should I think Rick and Michonne should be the best spinoff, but maybe it won't be depending. I'm Dead Sexy says, I met Charlie Adlard at the comic artist of The Walking Dead yesterday, and he signed all my comics from the UK. Awesome, Dead Sexy. That's awesome. He's definitely... a lot of what made The Walking Dead so special. His art is amazing, dude. Absolutely. And congratulations to you to get to meet him and get him to sign your stuff. That's so cool. For sure. They're okay, but I don't know. It felt a bit long. I liked it. It was cool. RB Jacks, the Smart Walkers work 9 to 5 now. Nice, yeah. Sam, also Trev, I went back and watched All Out War Season 8, and upon viewing it again, I really enjoy it. It felt like Season 8 could have been an ending to The Walking Dead. Yeah, I agree. Season 8 could have been the finish-off ending The Walking Dead. In a way, it kind of is, because Season 8 is Gimple's last season as showrunner. So it's sort of like his ending, and then he gives it to Angela Kang for Season 9, which is also great. But yeah, All Out War Season 8 does feel like an epic sort of ending for Walking Dead. So it is really great as well. I agree, yeah. It's really good. I don't know why people were so pissed off about it. They didn't like it. Walter White, I have not seen the Rock's movie yet, Black Adam yet, no. But I have a Black Adam action figure, and I have a pretty complete DC Universe collection, so that's pretty cool. So I'm excited to watch Black Adam. I just haven't seen it yet. I haven't had time to watch it yet. I'll watch it soon, though, once I get some time, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Gabe. I appreciate it. I think it looks good. I kind of custom made this. I had to cut it myself, so it was a full-on mask before, and I kind of cut out pieces of it to make it fit. Yeah, so it's good. Yeah. DV, what part of fatherhood am I most looking forward to? I don't know, man. I guess we'll see, but probably when he gets to be like, I don't know. Or she, like 6, or maybe when they get to be like between the ages of like 6 and before being a teenager. So like grade 1 to grade 7 maybe, or grade 8. And then after that, once they become teenagers, it's not the same, right? So, so that's probably what I'm most looking forward to. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll find out. Yeah, I'll find out what I enjoy the most. We'll see. Yeah. Commonwealth is based in Ohio. The French lady in World Beyond said they were doing experiments in Ohio, so makes the variants are in season 11. Do you mean maybe you're right there. I can't say your name. What is it? Zyc, ZYC. Yep. Variants from Ohio. Could be. Yep. Killer Within was good. That's a good one, Debbie Wilson. That's a great episode, Killer Within, for sure. Yep, absolutely. And all right, dudes, well, pretty soon we'll wrap up pretty soon here. So if you have any final questions you want to send through before we wrap, get them to me now about the episode. What did you guys think about the episode? And do you think Judith will survive out the finale? Send it through. Yeah, well, congratulations, Mark, as well. If you became a dad 5 months ago, congratulations to you as well. And I hope so. And yeah, thanks for your support and everything. And I did get some messages about doing the channel after Walking Dead ends. And yeah, I will still want to do the channel after Walking Dead ends, just to let you guys know. I still intend to do it, but I just have to see like what resonates with me and what I kind of want to. Oh, Timothy Farr put a message, Farr, and he said, I'll just read it. Trev, you've been a Walking Dead mainstay here on YouTube for many years. I implore you to keep the channel going after the TV series. So after Walking Dead ends, to keep the channel going. I'm going to try. I'm going to see, if I can keep making videos with you guys later and just review different stuff. Some of it may be stuff you might be interested in. Some of it you may not be interested in. It just depends. But we'll see what's like cool, what's good series. I'm happy to review House of the Dragon because it's really good. I'm happy to review all the Walking Dead spin-offs. And maybe we will continue with Fear next year. Maybe we will do reviews for it. I don't know. I haven't really decided. I guess it depends if they're ending it off or not. If they're ending it off, we might as well finish it off because there's only one season left if they're going to finish it in season 8. So that'll be cool. But yeah, we'll finish off the Walking Dead series. We'll continue with that. And I do plan on continuing to do the channel with you guys. I don't know if I'll do live streams every week. I want to. I'd like to do live streams every week, but I tend to kind of talk too much about real life and piss people off and stuff. So, because apparently, okay, how do I say this? Apparently, you guys aren't supposed to know that a lot of like these famous people and people, who have YouTube channels, who pretend to be entrepreneurs and stuff like this. Apparently, you're not supposed to know that a lot of them are like contracted with military and with government. So apparently, you're not supposed to know that. And I'm just like, I don't get it. It's like an obvious thing that you just see. So why are you not allowed to? I don't understand why you're not allowed to talk about that. Whatever. Anyway, stupid. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, so when I do live streams every week, I tend to piss people off, and so I don't know. I make them nervous or something. I don't care. Whatever. Okay, whatever. I'll probably do it anyway because I don't really care that much. But yeah, man, we'll continue to do something. We'll stay somewhat active, and if if the spin-off series are a big hit, then we'll do those. We'll continue with those. If there's other series that are really cool or movies that are really awesome that come out, we'll try to cover those and do some reviews for that. I'd like to do more conspiracy stuff, but YouTube doesn't really allow it. They delete it off. They strike you. They do all that stuff. So they threaten to delete your channel, all that stuff. So can't really do that much. That's unfortunate, but. Because there's a lot of content can be created for that. I have a lot of ideas for that, but can't really do it. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see different series, different movies, different TV shows, and we'll see what resonates and what's popular. Is basically what it comes down to. So that's what we'll do. But definitely, Walking Dead is for sure. Last of Us could be fun. We'll see how many people like it. Kid Finesse, yeah, we'll definitely review the premiere for sure. And then we'll see after that if we want to review, more episodes of it. So, but definitely the premiere, yeah. So, Follow the Wheat TV series looks cool. Follow the Wit, I never heard of that. But yeah, any zombie stuff we'll probably review. So, yeah, San Andreas, yeah, you can get censored, deleted for if you reveal stuff they don't want people to know, they will. Like the military gets involved, and I'm serious too, because actually Google is also. You guys might not know this. Google is also part of governance as well. Like Google is not just like a random search engine, just like made up by whoever. Google is part of the controlling infrastructure, and YouTube is part of Google. So, and I'll give you an example. The search results in Google are also geared to things that they want you to know, like things they want you to know and things they don't want you to know are blacklisted from Google. So you can't find them. They're shadow banned. They delete them. They censor them. They get rid of them. They toggle the traffic to make sure nobody sees it. So there's all this stuff that when you're in my position and you're online and you know everybody and you know what's going on, you know all these things, you understand how this all fits together, how Google fits with government, how Twitter fits with government, how the whole thing, fits in together. You have Zuckerberg, for example, went on JRE, and I already knew this because it's obvious, but he said that during the elections, the FBI went to Facebook and told him to censor out certain information. So they blacklisted certain information off of Facebook. They just cleaned it right out, right? So if you said anything about it, certain topics, they clear your stuff off. And maybe they suspend your account or something, or maybe they just tell you not to do it. If you keep doing it, maybe they delete your account or they ban you or something. So this is so the tech platforms are now actually an extension of governance. They're not like just some random company, whatever. They're totally compliant and complicit with said, institutions that tell them what to delete and what to do. So that's what makes it really tricky to like create content like I do, where I just want to talk about different stuff and I think it's fun. And, and I don't work for any of these, because on TV, you can't do that because everybody works for the same, everybody's in on it basically on television. So they know they're not going to do that. They have script writers, they have all that stuff. So it's what it is. But online, they can't really control so much. Yeah, Walter White, Google is part of the government. Yes. Google is Alphabet, which is connected with basically U.S. governance. So LifeLog, Facebook, was created by, was called LifeLog first, and that was DARPA, I believe. No, DARPA is the internet. Anyway, U.S., actually, I think it was DARPA too. LifeLog, Zuckerberg, Facebook is FedBook, basically. It's LifeLog. It's a pot, basically. You give all your information, and then they take it, and they algorithmically grind it and get information about you. So it's a hive. It's a information dump hive. So they set it up so that you would go and voluntarily give all your info, and then they get it. Basically, you see how they do this? They set it up. They give it to everybody. Everybody goes on, gives them all their stuff. Now they've got a database, huge databases full of whatever you're into. Is this person have pictures of them shooting guns? Do they own guns? Do they have this? Do they have that? These are huge intelligence pots where they can get information and yank it. So you give it to them, they convince you to give it to them, and they yank it, and that's what they do. So, and then they can do whatever they want with, and that's why Meta stock is really low right now. Meta stock, Facebook stock, is in the tank because, maybe there are other reasons too. Meta itself just hasn't done very well. But yeah, that's a quasi-government company. That's a quasi-government corporation. Google is exactly the same. Google is Skynet. It's the key search engine that dictates what you're allowed to know and what you're not. If there's something that they don't want you to know or maybe is actually wrong, they'll fact check it. They'll push it down in the engine and they'll feed you something they do want you to see. So yeah, it's all quasi-governance, all of it. And YouTube got bought out by Google. So YouTube may not be the same. YouTube originally may be just an independent startup that was really good video sharing platform, but it got yanked and it got brought into Google, which is control for governance as far as online goes. So yeah, that's what it is, and that's how it goes. Yeah, Amazon is too. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is. Again, probably shouldn't talk about too much WW, but that's what they are. They kind of all are. You can't keep them out of it. Like you can't keep corporations out of governance like that when you have FBI, like Zuckerberg said, and that's just it's way worse than what he's saying. He's just like making it like it's a one-time deal. It's not a one-time deal. It's complete total integration of them. They will always give up the data. They're not going to say, oh, you can't have the data if you want it. Certain investigator or this person or that person. No, you can't have that person's Facebook data. What? No, they're going to give it to them, of course, obviously. So that's what it is. Yeah, that's right. That's another good point. Infamous, which is great. Which is some of these corporations actually are not profitable. Netflix is a good example where Netflix, if you look at their revenue, it's notoriously terrible in terms of earning income, I believe. There was the big subscription dump where all these people canceled it because they couldn't share subscriptions and that. But yeah, Netflix is one where like when it started up, it was like it wasn't getting. I don't think it was making profit at all. Anyway, you'd have to look. You'd have to deep dive it yourself. I don't have the data on hand. But yeah, a lot of them are not actually. They don't really make money. It's sort of like CNN. CNN, so far as I know, is like, aren't they burning cash? Are they not even making a profit? But they're just, it's a propaganda arm of the government, so they're going to keep it going. Obviously, maybe they cancel it and they go with Fox and they let the Fox do it in the clever Fox do it in another way. But it's all extensions of the same thing. Yeah. It gets really boring after a while. Once you understand it, it's like really boring. It's also annoying because other people don't get it, and that's what's that's really annoying. Really annoying. It's like saying that education is not, connected to government. Of course it is. Maybe if you open a private school or something, I don't know, but I'm sure there's legislation and hoops you got to jump through and need a whole bunch of money and lawyers and all this stuff. So. What's my favorite one? I don't know. I like a lot of them, but they get boring, Mark, after a while. They get really boring, man. I mean, after a while, it's like, who cares? Who cares? Because it's fun to learn about it, but then after a while, you just gotta, I don't know, you gotta move on because it's fun for a bit, but you can't really produce content for it because the engines will clean it out. Google, YouTube. The others will eventually find it and ban it off or whatever. So that's what it is. So, but I've got all kinds of ones, but I know which ones are theories and which ones are not. That's something I want to put out there. I know which ones are actually true in terms of like objective truth after investigation and which ones are just like, There's some that like, you have to put in the category of not sure or whatever. But, there's lots that are, It's not that hard to figure out. It doesn't take that long. If you really go through it and you really research it, it doesn't take that long to figure out. Maybe per one, 6 months of looking through something, you should be able to figure it out. Yeah, Chris, that's a good example, right? Elvis, whether or not Elvis is, I don't know. I don't even like Elvis, actually. So let me refresh my chat. I don't like Elvis, so I don't care. So that's not something I would ever look into because I don't even like it. Yeah, they are. That's right. They are Walter White. That's right. They are. It's in everything. It's TV, full spectrum. TV, education, entertainment, everything. And now on the internet. Now the internet too. And YouTube, for example. Even YouTube. So it's like, wow. Even YouTube. Yeah, even YouTube. Even YouTubers, right? People you don't know. They're not going to tell you that, but yeah, that's what it is. Fallout TV looks so cool. I've never actually played Fallout. Pretty much everywhere, yeah. Pretty much, Sean. Pretty much. They pretty much are, yeah. They just don't stay out of anything. They they get into everything. Tentacles go everywhere. Well, the which one is the octopus? Nothing is beyond our reach. That's the what theme is that for? That's the NSA, right? NSA is the nothing is beyond our reach. That's what it is. So that's one of their mottos, right? They can get into anything. That's the idea. The tentacles can go into anything, right? So that's what it is. We're not getting into that. Come on, I'm not calling people out and stuff like that. We're not doing that. This is a Walking Dead video. We're supposed to. Anyway, we're I know, infamous NYC. That's true. It is. Yeah. Tim Robinson. Not sure how Amazon is not a monopoly. It pretty much is, right? Like it basically is. Amazon is. It's basically a monopoly, but. The biggest thing that's going to be hard for people is small business owners, right? Who own like small shops, small grocery shops, small any kind of shop. It's going to be difficult to compete with something like an Amazon where someone can order something and like 2 days later, a day later, it's on their porch. You know, a lot of your brick and mortar stores are really, it's going to be tough for them. They got to get an online presence, or they got to find a way to exist somehow in the Amazon forest, right? So yeah, it's difficult. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that website. No, we're not doing that. We're not calling people out. We're not doing that. Okay, I'm just saying. We're not calling people out. I'm just saying. Okay, we're not getting into that. All right. Anyway, dudes, I think we better wrap. We're almost at 2 hours. I'm spent. So so awesome episodes of Walking Dead today. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you had fun. That's the idea. That's what it's all about. And so videos coming up. I don't know. We'll see. I did the predictions video earlier today for the final episode. We got a 2-week break until the final episode comes up. So we got to wait a little bit and, for the final episode. So in the meantime, I don't know, any new Walking Dead news that comes out, we'll do a video on. We may have a couple discussion topic videos this week coming up. I want to thank you guys for all your support. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you had fun. And I hope you enjoy these final episodes of Walking Dead. I hope you enjoy second last episode. I hope you enjoy the last episode in a couple weeks here. We'll do another stream after the last episode. And aside from that, have yourselves a great fallback day today, guys. Enjoy your extra hour. Thanks for joining. I hope you had fun. Any closing questions before we wrap up here? Thanks again there, Sean. Appreciate it. And have a great night, Gabe. Thank you, Infamous. Same to you, brother. Hearts out to you. Everything is good with you. And you're in NYC, so you're probably going to enjoy Dead City because it's going to be in your hometown, your neck of the woods. So that'll be cool. So Christmas coming up. It's going to be fun. And thanks again, guys. Have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you again soon. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.